Okay, hey live. We are going to date a divinity. Thank you, Wandering Star, for setting us up, being the doula or being the sienta. I forget which. Let's do it. I am Devon. Divinity. I am Ilewa. My thanks to you, Vigo and Mail. Yeah. It's going to be MSM Day. MSM Night. MSM Day. MSM Night. We don't say gay because we don't agree with it. But we like it anyway.
You are about to fall out of the car. You are going so fast. The palace? You ask in amazement beneath the wheels as you see something in the distance, shining in the midday sun. Before you can make heads or tails of what you are looking at, you speed toward and past it, hurtling through the gates, down the road and into the courtyard before the palace, where you skid to a halt. Slowly, reality sets in.
Hey, Hermes. I have a question. Dot. So, if you're the messenger of the gods, and Allegua is the receptionist to the gods, aren't you all one and the same, or is it awkward if I ask that? Are we dating right now? Question mark?
Hey Hermes, I have a question. So if you were the messenger of the gods and Allegra is... As you trot the endless red carpet toward Allegua's palace, woven from the finest silks and illuminating the unseen scarlet hues of the rug, with gardens of impossible colors on either side of you, ultramarine blue pools reflecting pink and orange sky, golden flowers that shimmered white and countless other brilliant colors beyond language, your ears are met by a bustling din.
Palaces are so unlike him. And where's the color red? I don't see the color red or black anywhere.
Palaces are so not like him, and where is the color red? I don't see the color. I am led towards the biggest palace, where they all converge into a hubbub of excitement. When we arrive, there are hundreds of gods shaking your hand and blowing kisses at you, well not you Hermes, yelling carry on. A few yards away from me there is bench with Allegua turning his attention away briefly from greeting the others to wave nonchalant at me as I am steered past. Don't ask me what any of these guys are.
Talk about...
Talk about pressure. Hey, I can actually feel my intestines liquefying. Trying to escape the building pressure inside. Feels painful. If I survive this, I haven't got words for how I will look. Too late now as Allegua steps into sight. Hey, nice crown guys, though where is yours? I left mine in the douche closet. But don't worry, it'll finish the job wherever. Now are you ready as I promised? Inreed as ready as a frozen deer lying in the road after getting hit by 100 simultaneous. 308 and 6.5 Gow grounds at 810 yards, dropping it right between its eyes. So are you ready to accept the awesome that is my forsaken and the fearless leadership of the hunter? You, whoa buddy, slow your roll. How about some getting to know? And never boast about killing protected wildlife to a hunter, even if you're too overawed to remember this and it slips out by mistake. Enough tinder to set the forest alight there, son. Also, maybe cool it on the gifts for a bit. Hey wait, listen to the following song on a high quality system. It may maximize your learning experience. Unfortunately it's not Green Day, my favorite. Perhaps next message. You, so how did you get my coordinates? Did you hack the choice grid database or did you coerce operator 215 into revealing them to you? Eliga, neither actually. That nice lady that gave you the card gave me your info too. She never even got yours obviously because she fell madly in love with a hippo cow poking proxy of His Majesty Oakkex over there who wades about somewhere outside probably eating mango leaves and singing along to some Betamax. You. Oh, I hope it's the Robert Palmer concert in South Africa. Simpler times. Eliga. Oh, if you liked it, you'd love Club Sudoku with me. They even did an Atmosphere 12-minute remix of the original Haunting Love song for us there. The chairs are even in the likeness of old Atari arcade game paddles. Now that's a combo that can be deadly in the world's only known full-contact dance fighting league. Me. Well, lead on, dear. I'm dying to see this playground effect. Lazy cows. And maybe we can capoeira a bit too. After our meal. As you were saying, you managed to find out a few tidbits about your date on the way there. Following gods tend to make statements that overly engage your curiosity. It'll keep them on their toes and from trying too hard. You. So what's it like gatekeeping the portals of death and life? Sounds like it can get boring after a while, eh? Eliga, oh great ancestor. Yes, when you have seen one death, you've seen them all. It gets a little dull, what with virtually nothing changing after at least 200,000 years in that convo, actually 333,456,789 to be precise. Still others actually make it interesting when the day of their deaths comes too soon. Everything stops being boring then. You, that sounds really sad. Hey Eliga, my question, truth or dare? Elegua. Huh. I knew you'd pick truth. As boring as it is to pick dare. You. Come on, there gotta be dares that won't kill the mood here, Eliga. Like what? You. I don't know. Like. Kiss my hand? Eliga, that wasn't a dare. That was for me to do something for you again. Forget it. I'm not your secretary. Your turn, truth or dare? You. Truth. Eliga, clearly you're going to make things difficult for me. Well, okay, are you flirting with me? You, maybe. Big time. It's impossible for me to hide at this point. Also, I think we have a special connection. It needs to be explored. Gem. Plus, I can't believe someone doesn't like my sense of humor. Anyway, enough about you. More about me. What do you think of me? You like how I'm able to sit on your lap without your legs going numb? I practice. Oh wait, that was Eliga. Me and my sister sometimes joke about who sits on the most laps. My record's 285. Anyway, I asked who you admire most? You. No one really. Eliga, sheesh, don't be so humble. Who do you think has the most awesomely amazing personality in the entire galaxy? You. I wanna say you because tricksters are kinda my type. Eliga, sweet. I play to that, of course, though okay, truth be told, I am like the Lord of Lies, so a bit full of it. Also, stop stuff getting boring around here. D. You laugh, also a little embarrassed as you recall his first impression earlier. The media bus comes to a stop nearby, and you immediately recognize where you both are. You. Well, you are in luck, 'cause I am a bullshit Kanaja. I can sniff it out, but... Great dating tip right there. Wow, wouldn't that make the gossip columns? Eliga, hey fuddy-duddy, hold on. Why don't you tell me as we eat? You look outside your window and see a popular barbecue restaurant with an SQ across it, sparkly clean with an enticing aura to it. Of course, you already have an idea as what his suggestion is going to be. You want barbecue, or hey, Teresa guy selling free sushi from the back of car. Worth a try, eh? As he pulls you out of the media bus and towards the entrance to the barbecue restaurant, you beat him to it. You, wait. QJ's is just round the corner, closer to my arms. Eliga, you are kidding me, right? Authentic fallacies. Well, more like fallacies, but close enough. You, hey, I got my AP for this and this alone. And besides, UGQ is freshing my memory right now. See? You pull out your phone, protected in an extendable shock-absorbing case, proud that at least you've gotten something out of this class. You in the end defer to L.A. Gua's suggestion. At least you won't get food poisoned with something popular, let alone a chain. How romantic. You follow him into the restaurant and up to the counter where you place your order hastily with the bored-faced woman behind it. Ironically though, you only manage to study the prices and the sides they offer before realizing you have no money on you. Maybe dollars or some other galactic currency, but it's worthless if you have no way to acquire it. Idiot. You, can I try something? Let me know if I cross a line. You attempt to pluck 120s out of the void behind Deligua's ear. Unobservable to him, you hoped. You succeeded. The cash is real, only assuming what you plucked was real yourself, of course, and he does not notice your maneuver. With your food order in hand, you slide into a booth a few feet away, next to the window that looks over the river of cars below. Utilitarian eating space, seats half a dozen, but you have it to yourselves. Your feet are in each other's business. And you had no idea that food could taste so damn good. The company too. But as hardcore lovers tend to do, you let him dominate 50% of the conversation whilst getting lost in his eyes the other 50%. Maybe you should be more in this relationship? Maybe not. It is good as it is right now. After all, no real couple ever reads each other the entire time. But you attempt to assert a sliver of yourself by the end of the night. Or morning. You, hey, how come your parents never did this with you? Eliga, ha ha ha, legit question, the awkward pause dodge. Well, Dad was away working and doing undercover operations. Mum had her own hands full as it were making me and raising me. Still is. You : I'm sorry, it was just a question, Eliga. Don't worry about it. You, so how old are you feeling in the equivalent human years? Are you robbing the cradle? Am I robbing the grave? The world may never know. Way to go. He didn't laugh at your joke. Won't be making that mistake, Eliga, since we're laying all our cards, unwavering ourselves, so to speak. Hesitation: I am unsure how comfortable I would feel bringing you home to meet Mum. Mum is an open book, but she might stare a lot just out of fun, as Mum is probably, kind of nosy by nature. You, let's hold off on our moms until a year passes or we get into our first argument But I got no time for that. Time to focus on the main event. You with me with you, QJ. The waiter arrives with a beer and you each take a long drink, remembering the first time you met. As you do so, another couple enters. They seem to be having fun and not even caring that they are in a noisy public place as they sit down themselves next to you. You whisper, "Is this one of your pranks?" Beaming down a couple from the same race as you but similar accents to Earthlings. Elegor, WH, why would I do such a thing? You, to make me laugh, I guess. You wave them over as a bona fide ray of light shines over your section. You each notice your faces becoming slightly brighter than they already were, emanating an aura of sorts, with your happiness being picked up on by more than just each other's eyes. You wonder if Elegua intends them to join us home. Perhaps it was his plan all along, and you hadn't picked up on it, as he is also an unpredictable being. Now, having decided to bring them over, you both same the same order of drinks, however different meals bring a new level for choice for an element of surprise. And through every moment you're together, you all discuss plans, now including the new kids on the night moat that are as new as they are happy to join this, whatever it may be. They order large bean platters, which confuse you. Elegor says as friends you can get anything. While you wonder if that is literal, as an actual large beans platter seems like way too many to eat. You settle on an order of 3 gale of sushi, which arrives and makes several others in the diner happy to see the diner has progressed enough to be serving delicacies from across the galaxy. Sushi roll call. 3 fruit jelly, 3 mini hot dogs, 1 crab salad, 1 squid salad and cloudy orange, with egg. For dessert, thanks for the meal, and it was lovely meeting all 3 of you. Asks the female of the 3. Are you also from Zeta Reticula too? No, in some gay suburbs, you say. Ha, with the dumb joke references to someone being young. They seem to know you are joking and glad you are having a good time. They sure are cute, she remarks. Do you? Hey, let them leave first despite being more interested in the alien. They ask for selfies before splitting up and hoping for more exchange contact info. C. Ask for more about the social structure differences of their own personal planet as a conversation topic after frivolously and unrelated topics. Help. Let us go with C because you can still steer tough conversations, and now it is their decision on how the rest of this state goes. If a 4-to-1 vote succeeds and passes, you shall abide. We pay the bill and allow our knees to touch. Our eyes travel over the body of each other, and once again the sexual tension increases by an exponent. Each gaze suggests something more than the last, and it matches perfectly with the equally ambitious increasing heartbeat. 200, 240. Open your eyes up wide and really, really high, nearly having an out-of-body experience. Think what will come next. Knowing where this is going, but with options for both parties to stop or continue to the W. You think, the W? Hotel? Her home? To another watering hole? Where did fellow peers go? Will they mind at all? It's early as well, either. Not watching the match continues. They decide, her home, calling a ride and standing up to find all others are doing the same except to leave in groups of twos or all three together here, there and everywhere with no plans tonight. Ears burning, maybe for much worse. But not you four. Your course is clear. The four of you enter the Uber. Automated car and are whisked away to her domicile. Once inside her walls, you begin touch it off. You lean in as if to kiss Maisie. She places a hand on your chest, amply physically, my dear. You get the message right away after having received it once before under similar conditions, both recent and 14 dons ago. Expositing, a don equals unit of time? Didn't she break up with Morgan 3 months ago? You think? And 3 dons ago, that night with the Dory guy or something? Or did I dream it? You are pretty sure you sometimes dream in Polaris, so it's possible. Maybe it's just some emo barb that guys like to say when they drink too much coffee and have been found touching themselves in the night 3 times in a row, inadvertently producing a gummy substance on the corner edge of their lip 2 times before 6 a.m. Tune into next week's Dirty Dots. There. Now hitting send may be easier with this Stone Age tool. You suggest exfoliating each other. You contort soft pastel-colored limbs in an H&R shape. It becomes ambiguous WRD whether any friction causes or true romance do. You see their nose bleed. Despite your intensified kissing and exfoliating, they vacillate between relaxation and stubbling. You forend the exfoliating by moisturizing yourselves. Sorry for artful detention, and indeed sorry if this vice versa intercourse is violation of intergalactic standards. You make sure to WRD out that only clear consent shall lead to any act from here on whenever verbal WRD may qualify the deed WRD. You submit the footage so far to the Galactic Ratings Board. They were found so professional and respectful from any angle that the voting intensity skyrockets, and there is no longer abstain voters able to bypass loopholes using technicalities. Here next week for the first human versus divine edition of Dirty Dots.
Oh, I'm almost there. I'm gonna feed you, Blubby. Coming. Almost there. Encryption. Yeah. Of Dirty Dots. I just want to know what this is about. Hold on. Don't you want to know what Dirty Dots is about?
You read the TV guide description of Dirty Dots. This human captain leads a raid on the vessel, although any attempt to understand them through written text, language, visual image or sound could never happen. Fortunately, the raid was professionalized and quickly the humans left. Captain become the obvious main char, with Morgan solidly her second.
Nowhere near what we were trying to attempt. Rein it in.
It becomes difficult now to create a relatable story using solely 2 characters while not counting someone on the reviewing end.
That's polyamory for ya.
That's polyamory for ya. Captain, strong independent, lead others to risk their lives while enjoying the advantage of a flying fortress overseeing. Way of the Frost, no secret there. Her mech'd out BF supposedly stokes her authoritarian attitudes. Weird. Second, surprising genuinely human emotions contrast with superior combat skill and quick wits, but seems to feed off others' aggressive and even sadistic tendencies. Sometimes WRD a tad concerned but supportive of Captain. We would like to thank Allegoire for sponsoring this episode. Have a good night. Anyhow, voted 5 would bang. Despite yourself, you really hold a nostalgic happiness for that pairing. It has been a kind of sweetness for the soul. Now it's all over TV, however. Savor, are you still ghosting Jane by emotionally tying to this mortal love object, now for the big screen? Seems so impossible, yet you dream up her WRDS and ascribe feelings, but how can she admire and submit to a god? Human she is and forever will be.
Well, leave it on a pessimistic note, why don't you? Why don't you? Oh, good night, Kex666 and Zilly and Six Flags Measure Mountain. Welcome again, welcome.